I'm Arvid David. Привет, меня зовут Arvid David. Ukraine and an Asda. Right, here we are now, leaving Tesco's petrol station in St. Now, we're heading off from, this is a very, very quick run, just because, I've got the puncture repaired and, living the dream. So we're on the Himalayan, and we're heading towards a church which is called St Illtyd. And it's quite a challenge, actually. You'll see what I mean as we go. Here we are now, we're in the sort of the back end, as it were, of Abertillery. And as I say, narrow roads, and you've got to watch your oncoming traffic. What I said was in Ukraine, and that was my name, obviously my name, and I also stated Ukraine forever. I apologize to anyone who's from Ukraine, and my pronunciations may have sounded a little bit too, perhaps, Russian. I apologize for this, as my Ukrainian is a little bit rusty because I haven't used this since childhood. Anyway, let's get on with the journey. Right, with this little trip, you've got to be very careful because, as I say, the roads are narrow, lots of oncoming traffic, and lots of cars parked. Because this is a town. Abbotsford wasn't built with the idea of four-wheeled vehicles riding around. I mean, it was built at the time of the Industrial Revolution, which is another thing, history and everything you should look up. I haven't got the time to talk to you about that now, but let's see what happens. If you want me to explain that history a little bit to you, I will do, but you'd have to let me know in the comments. So, here we are now. We're on the approach to a place called Six Bells. Six Bells, there was a major colliery disaster. I believe it was in 1960. I'll tell you more about that in a sec. I will be in future giving a little tour of where the colliery once was, and I'll run you through the history there. Anyway, be careful here now, because we're coming to Six Bells itself. And as we're on the approach now, on the right-hand side, the bend goes round to the right, there's a pub there called the Six Bells Hotel. It's a great pub, great atmosphere. They do very good food in there. But it's a proper Valleys pub. And there are some really, really interesting characters there. I mean, some ex-miners, etc. And it's family run, and they're a very, very nice family too. Anyway, I'll carry on my journey. So, as you know, I picked this bike up for Bridgend, and I was riding it home, and then I got the puncture and the recovery. Well, what a dilemma that was. It was an international as well, so it kind of messed things up. But thanks to Selwyn, I managed to get my friend Selwyn. Thanks to him, we got a new inner tube, waxed it in, and yeah, the bike's going fine. I have to say about this Himalayan, some people say about the seat being uncomfortable. I've got to be honest, I really find it comfy. The other thing is it's got this lovely low end torque, and especially around the valleys, and being here or in the Rhondda where I'm from, you need that. You need that torque, and you don't really need the top end speeds, as it were, because you're primarily uphill the majority of the time, and also there's a lot of rain and stuff. Anyway, we go along now. We're on our way to St Illtyd, and here, by the way, this is my first mistake. Right, I don't know this area that well, okay? And I thought, oh, it's a cemetery. Oh, it must be up here. Oh, silly me, as you'll find out. The downside is the weather starts to come in, as you can see the clouds coming in, because I would have taken some nice photographs for you, but unfortunately there's just too much cloud. But I will do this all again on a sunnier day. I'm just purely getting out, getting on the bike and giving it a bit of a ride, which all being well this weekend, weather permitting, we'll obviously be going out on the Dr. A Old Plate Challenge. So we'll be tagging her around and trying to be a responsible adult. Oh dear, I don't really like that kind of thing. Yeah, anyway, so here I am now, I'm debating. I'm thinking, oh, is it here? No, it must be further up. Because I'm thinking, like you would, wouldn't you? You think Cemetery Church, do you not? So, carrying on up there, like, So here I go, up I go, up I go, up I go, up I go. And then I think, oh, hang on now. Hang on. It doesn't look very hopeful. Perhaps I went up the wrong road, I'm thinking. So I pull in by here and think, oh, that's nice, I'm getting a good view. Then I look around and the cloud's coming in too low, so I couldn't get a photo for you. So I'm debating now, I'm thinking, well, what should I do? Should I turn around, or should I go further up and see if that road there goes round to the right or something and leads on to where I think the church might be? And guess what? I got it wrong again, innit? No more road left. Now, don't get me wrong, this is an adventure bike. I probably could skip up right, but you know what? I don't think people are going to really enjoy the idea of me riding on a motorcycle around, across the cemetery, as it were. I don't think it go down that well at all, to be fair. There I go now, I'm turning around now. It's a bit tight, like, there we are. Yeah, it gives you an idea of how high we are. And believe it or not, we're going to get a bit higher in a bit now. So here we go, tapping back, and right, we're away. So, as you can see here now, you get an idea of our height. I'm going to leave you run with this for a little bit, until we get to the next little exciting bit, alright? We're coming back to the gate now. I'll give you an idea of how narrow this is and how steep this is. Just as I come down, as you can see, a car's about to pull in. And it's like, oh, this is a bit steep. And, thankfully just pulled off me so I could get around him. So this is very important, especially if you make this mistake, to be aware of the traffic and that. Now, this is a lot steeper than you think. And you've got to come to the junction because you can't see around either way. Otherwise you'd just zoom it out, wouldn't you? Right, so now here we go. We're going along, and I'm thinking, well, the church in here, so we're carrying on like, So we're coming up, and it's not far. You're going to see what I mean now. So we're coming along, and a sign will come up on my right-hand side. Yeah, it will do, honest. Yep, it's coming. No, it definitely will come up on the right there. Now, this is quite crazy. Here we go, and here's a turn left. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Now, this is really, really, really steep, and I have to say, this is where the Himalayan is really impressing me. I'm just flying up here, no problem, It's got the old torque there, it's really delivering. So carrying on up, and I'm thinking, oh, great, Here we are, I'm on third gear now. I think I'm really proud of myself. And this is really, really steep, by the way, not to be tackled by Harley Davidsons or anything, because, yes, it'll get up there, but look, there you go, bang. Here I am, and he decides, oh, no, he'll just put in front of me. Best life, isn't it? So, we carry on up, and you'll see how this goes. Speak to you in a bit. Very shortly, he's going to realise he's pulled out in front of me, and he's going to think, oh dear, I might have done something wrong here. As you can see now, we're going up, and he is really struggling, because, as I say, this is really steep. So now I'm stuck. I just about touching in the second gear, and then this gets steeper here. He starts to slow again. And now look, it's pulling over for me. Still, there you go, eh? As you can see now, we're still very steep, but I can open up a bit and get the bike working for me. So we're on the approach to the should we say summit? It sounds good, doesn't it? Right, here we go now. We're going to come to civilization any moment. There we are. Let's just turn around the bend here. And here is the church. Right, I'm just going to pull in here. Right, hang on a sec. I'll be back with you in a second now. Right, this little village is called St Illtyd, and the church is St Illtyd's Church. Now, as far as I know, it's a 13th century building, and I think they believe it was built by the Cistercians, I think that's how you pronounce it, monks, and they'd come up from Llantarnam. Though some historians do believe, and I think they've had a little dig around, that there was a church previously standing there, which was actually built in 863 AD, and I don't know. Well, I don't know how accurate that is. Probably around about that time, I suppose. But I mean, I'm old, but I'm not that old, so I can't really confirm it. So, what else can I tell you about this place? It wasn't actually originally called St Illtyd's either. It only adopted the name of St Illtyd's in about 1754. The saint's name was actually given to the church. The 9th century was actually, I'll say it in English, it's easier for everybody. The original name was Stanzas of the Graves. If you look it up on the old Google, Google it, and you'll probably find a Wikipedia, and I'll give you some more information. What else can I tell you? There's you know what? Have a look it up, because otherwise I'm going to run out of video, as you can see. Thank you, and I shall be back now. Now we're on the descent, and hopefully this will give you a better idea of how steep this actually is. But again, as you can see, the clouds coming in, and it's quite sad really, because the view from it was pretty amazing. I will do this on a sunnier day, and I'll incorporate it into a longer route, because I have many places to visit, and well, take you guys with me. Anyway, I'll leave you watching this now. Now this is very, very steep, especially around this bend. I'm actually engine braking because of the steepness of this. But again, unfortunately, on the camera, you can't quite see how steep this is. I wouldn't advise anyone necessarily to do this on a 125. You need a bit of power to get up there. But I'd still come and have a look if you can. I'll leave you carry on now. You see, that was a very steep right turn there, and just be the thing is, you've got to get to the junction again, because you can't quite see what's coming up on the left hand side. So if you do this on a bike again, just be really careful. Well, let me carry on. You can't quite see it off the camera, but on the left there is a sheer drop, and you're looking down onto the towns of Aberbeeg, and also Six Bells. You could actually get a good view from here, but again, because of the cloud and the light, this I couldn't really pull in for you. But yeah, I'll leave you carry on for a moment. Oh, and Llanelith, sorry. I didn't mean to leave them out. So, anyway, enjoy. Right, here we go. Now we're dropping down to the T-junction here with the Six Bells itself. Now, as you see, there's a very tight left. You're probably better off spinning a right. I'm just showing off, really. And that's the Six Bells pub there. And what I can say to you again is it's a really good pub. So if you ever get a chance, go in there. Alright? And tell them Marvin said, not going to get any discount or anything at all. But there you go. Just so let's see it. Anyway, here we are now. We're on our approach down to Llanelith. I did carry on down to the Miners Institute and everything, but unfortunately I didn't look. I'm bashing around on the camera there. But as I say, this was just a quick run out, to be honest. Just to, have a little play with my bike, really. What do I take from this? Himalayan. If you get a chance to buy one, definitely. As I said, it's over 10 grand cheaper than the BMW, isn't it? And you know what? It's fit for task. Really is fit for task. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe. There's my Himalayan. I know he loves it with the back box on. But anyway, I hope you did enjoy it, and I know we're in really troubled times at the moment, and my heart goes out to Ukraine. The bit I didn't tell you is my mother's family originate from the Ukraine, hence why I speak Ukrainian as a child. Anyway, not a lot of people know that, by the way. I think that's the first time I've ever really shared it. But there you go. What else? I do have the family history there, hence why I do find this upsetting at this time. But anyway, enough about that. It's very important now to get out there, live your life, and you know what? Make somebody smile, especially a stranger, but not by doing anything silly or illegal. Anyway, enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you on the weekend. Alright,